Every business grows in chunks. Unfortunately, most companies grow and then they experience a correction, and then they grow again and they correct again, and it's literally like a roller coaster of growth spurts. And that causes plateaus and a loss of motivation in your team. So if you've ever hit a plateau in your growth, then this could probably be a game changer for you, because today I'm going to share with you the best ways that we found to experience steady, predictable growth year over year in every industry that I'm involved in. It's true that most companies fail to scale because although they might be great at driving in revenue, they kind of suck at creating simple systems that can support their growth along the way. In our venture capital company, I spend the majority of my time reviewing a company's people and systems before deciding if they're worth investing time into. Because if a company has a track record of ups and downs in their revenue, then I know the first thing that we need to do is fix the way that they're designing systems. Because when a healthy company hits an obstacle, they get their team together, all hands on deck, all minds on board, they get their entire team together and they create a solution. And then they need to take that solution back and test it. And if that fixes the problem, then they need to create a system around it so that everybody knows exactly how to solve that problem if it happens again in the future, and it's gonna happen again in the future. Things just have a way of doing this. And finally, after they do all that, they need to create a process and get that process in place that basically says, if this happens, then we implement system number 23 or whatever the heck it is. So let me tell you a real quick story about how this almost crippled us in business at one point. Years ago, we introduced this new product, which was $18,000. But we don't ever just introduce a product. We always do it through a 3-stage launch, because I think most companies get it wrong when they bring a product to market and they're only bringing one product to market. When you marry multiple products together, especially a series of 3, it tends to really accelerate the excitement out there with your target audience. So we did a product launch. And we started at a $697 price point for one product. And then after we were done selling that out, we went to $1997 and we sold that next product out. And then when the excitement was at its highest, we offered our $18,000 product. Now, here's where the story goes. As soon as we sold out the $697, and then we went to a $1997 and we sold that out. And here's the challenge. We spoke to our merchant before this all happened. I personally got on the phone with them. My team also got on the phone with them. We filled out all the paperwork. They knew exactly what was happening. They knew exactly how much revenue we were going to be bringing in. They knew exactly what the denomination of that was going to be bringing in. But as soon as we pulled the trigger and started selling the $18,000 product, what happened was they shut us down. And the credit card company that we were using, the merchant that we were using, when we called them up, they said, yeah, hey, this is not the kind of account that you have. You have to refund everybody. Starting when they started billing the $18,000 price points, you have to refund all those people and then sign up for a different account with us and process them again. And I said, no, you got that all wrong. What we need to do is find another merchant, because we were with them for over 15 years processing funds through them. We had a stellar track record, yet plus we had all of our T's crossed and I's dotted. They knew exactly what we're doing during this launch. We've done this over and over again, not at this price point, but we did it over and over again, and they still shut us down. So within 2 hours, my team went frantic, and we pulled in all the resources that we had, and within 2 hours we had another merchant on board, and we were processing accounts again through this new merchant. Now fast forward a year, and I was speaking at a business event in Dubai, and I was getting ready to go into a room of executives, but before I went in there, I was going to have a meeting with my team, and I got on Skype and I was having a meeting with my team, and I asked them all for an update, and one of the people on the team said, hey, so I just have to bring you up to date on what happened yesterday. We had a problem with our merchants, and it wasn't on our end, it was on their end, but they were not able to process for multiple hours. So that freaked me out. I mean, my eyes started twitching immediately. And so I said, well, tell me exactly how we handle this. What are we doing today? Are we still down? And I was kind of freaking out. And they said, hey, Chris, just kind of relax for a second. Here's what we did. We pulled the system that we used in the past, and we implemented here. And within a very short period of time, we were completely up. There was no problem. Why? Because we found a solution initially, we tested it, and then we created a system around it. And then we installed a process that said, if this happens, then immediately run this other system. And then we gave ownership to it. We gave ownership to that process to somebody that I trust. And they followed it perfectly. As soon as they saw the warning sign come up, they immediately implemented that system. They got the team on board, they pulled out another merchant account, and we were good to go. So you need to learn lessons fast in business and then systematize those lessons so that you're not doomed to repeat them over and over again. Now you got to ask yourself, what's one area of your business that if you had a proven system in place, your life would be easier and your company would scale far faster? Think about that for a second. What's one area? And then once you got that, or when you have kind of an idea of what that would be, write your answer below so that I can see it, or share with us one area of your business that you already have a great system running. So if you know an area that you need help in, share that below so that at least you're pulling it out and you're admitting it. But if you have great systems in place, share that with us also. And what you're going to find is that just the act of thinking about this stuff and writing it down should help you understand what needs to be systematized better. And it'll help you get more clear on how to hit much bigger targets this quarter. So go ahead, list one area that you know should have a better system in place, and one area that you have maybe a really great, powerful system in place for already. And then like and share this video so you're first to get access to more great topics like this.
No matter what stage of growth you're at, we all need an unbiased review of what's working and also what might not be working anymore in our business. Because the greatest cause of stagnation in any company, the reason most companies hit plateaus in their growth, is because they fail to see the roadblocks that stop momentum in its tracks.